Hello.
Man, I'm finna put me a blunt in my mouth.
Good morning.
Don't do that.
Saturday, Houston, Texas. I think I'm about to round up my video. I think probably will be like the last video. I've been doing a lot of talking since I created my YouTube video started when I gave birth to Queen. I will literally say Queen is the one that gave me this luck. I did recording for Derek, but there was no video of Derek's recording of the pregnancy with Derek or delivery for Derek. All I was just lucky that when I was pregnant with Queen, Queen gave me the lock of this YouTube channel. These two babies are the reason why I'm having a YouTube account. These two kids are the reason why I'm creating a YouTube account. I've been like trying, wondering, thinking for a long time to create this YouTube account, but I didn't just know how to do it. Since in Maryland, when I came in America, I was thinking, I said, how did they do it? I did not know how to do it. But I've been thinking, I left Boston, Washington. I moved to Boston. I work in Dunkin' Donuts. I've been trying. Even when I was working, I want to do my record. I could not still do it. But when I moved to Texas, and I got pregnant with Derek, I knew I need to create an account. And I didn't want to be on Facebook. I wanted to be on YouTube because YouTube is a lifelong documentation that they will not tamper with your videos on YouTube like they will tamper with your videos on Facebook. Because Facebook, first of all, they will shut you down. Sometimes your this is like my 7th Facebook page that I have right now. So you imagine, sometimes Facebook will close you out if you can't remember your password to go inside. But with YouTube, there's no password to go inside. So YouTube is this long life history. You see videos of Michael Jackson when Michael Jackson was a kid. Michael Jackson was born in 1950 something. And there are videos of Michael Jackson on YouTube as a little boy when he was 5 years old. Still there, and he's dead. Videos of Whitney Houston still there. So I knew I could trust YouTube. And if I can create an account on YouTube, then that will be victory for me. But I knew I could not trust Facebook because I know Facebook will lock you out if you don't have your code. Even if you have your code, they will still lock you out. Sometimes they delete your videos without you knowing. Yeah, you're putting your videos, you go back on Facebook. Your videos have been deleted on Facebook. But I'm sharing them. When I upload them on YouTube, I will share them on my Facebook page so that people who are on my Facebook page can watch it. Or they don't know, they'll go on the Facebook page and they can check my channel on Facebook. Or you can just go on Facebook and watch everything on Facebook. But everything is downloaded on YouTube because sometimes it's so difficult to go on YouTube and find. There's so many people on YouTube. So it's difficult sometimes to go on YouTube and find a particular person that you're looking for that you want to watch. So I make it easy for somebody that want to watch me to just go on my Facebook page, and I have 2 accounts that I've created. This is the second. The first one was Queen Goddess, and the second now is Allen Queen. So I make it easy for those ones that will be difficult for them to come on my YouTube to look for me, to go on my Facebook page and look for my videos on Facebook and watch my videos. So I would say this kid are the reason why I'm doing it. It's not even for me. When I came to America, this was what I wanted to do. I wanted to do a reality show for myself. But I did not know how to do it. See, this kid came in my life and gave me this blessing, especially Queen, when I had a C-section. I had a dramatic delivery with Queen. Derek, I have full delivery, full term, 9 months. I pushed him up 7 pounds. So there was no even error of recording of Queen, but I have photos of Derek pregnancy. So it's separate. Frank has his phone. And if you look at Frank's phone, all the pictures in Frank's phone is our photos, me and Frank, that I made him from the shelter in 2020. We took photos from the pregnancy of Derek. I have little photos of Queen pregnant, but I have videos, more videos of Queen delivery. But I don't have no videos of Derek delivery. But we have all the photos of Derek's pregnancy. Frank has them on his phone. When I came back, Frank showed me on his phone. I was surprised. I said, "You kept all these photos?" He said, "Yes, I did." I said, "I didn't know you have my back." So Queen is the one I'm doing it. That's why the channel is called Queen Goddess. And the second channel is Allen Queen. Because Queen did this. Queen is the reason we are doing this. She's the one that gave me this lock. She's the one that made me open this YouTube channel because I knew I have to fight. So we're gonna stop at that because I want to talk the topic I'm talking is something very I want to talk about something because I just want Frank to know about something that happened when I left him. You know, if you watch my video, I've said so many times I have left Franklin. I'm done with him. I don't want him anymore. I don't want his family. But sometimes you married because you're marrying a man because you love the man. If you marry because you're talking about you because of the family is not good, that's not the reason. The first thing is you have a purpose with that man. The family will come to threaten you, fine, but you have to know that you have a purpose with this man. That's all you need to know. You have a purpose with the man. You have kid with this man. The mom will come trying to threaten you so that you don't marry him or make sure you don't stay. The sister will come threaten you so that you don't marry or stay. But you first of all have to know that you have a purpose with Frank, and you cannot abandon him, and you cannot go anywhere because you have children with him. So I have made so many videos. I have like 5 or 10 videos that I make, and I was saying all crazy things because we had a major fight. This man threw me out, and I said I was done with him. I said I didn't want him anymore because I knew he didn't want me. It was confusing. You understand? He said we got evicted. He lost his job. He go to his mom's house. I said, what are you going to do with me? He took my babies to go dump them mama's house. So I said, what about me? He didn't give a shit. So yeah, I'm on the street. So I knew.
Don't be saying
No,
that shit like
Frank, this is what I'm addressing. I want them to know because they have made so many videos about you, talking about you. And yeah, I am back with Frank. Oh yes, I'm back with Frank. I don't know what will happen, but this is my baby daddy. We have children that we have to co-parent these children. I'm back with him. I know I have said I don't want to come back to him. I've gone around. When I found out that nobody had my back, I have to come back to Frank. That is when I found out that nobody have my back except this man. So you can say whatever you like and say, this is you have cursed this man out, has dismissed man out, or you never gonna have anything to do with this man hate you, or blah blah blah. Now you're going back to him. Do you wanna really know why I came back to this man? The reason I came back to this man is because when I left him, I thought the world would have my back. And when I left this man, I moved to the street. I found out the street did not have my back. I moved to Houston. I found out Houston did not have my back. I called my friends and my friends were nowhere to be found. I called my family and they were nowhere to find. I even had my auntie flew all the way from Canada. And she came, she dropped $100 and she went back to Canada. I even begged her and said, don't allow me to die on the street. Don't allow me to stay here. You have a house in Canada, have 3 children. Take me with you. She said no. And she went back to Canada, dropped $100 left. That is where I know nobody have my back. Sometimes when you run away from a man and you go somewhere, somebody is there waiting for you that they have your back. And then when you find that you leave this man and you go and nobody have your back, what you do, you have to come back to this man because this is you find out he's the only one that got your back. I will shock you. That was the reason I came back. If he threw me out and I left and I went on the street and I found out that I have thousands of people who have my back, I would have stayed. I would have stayed. But Frank don't want to be seen though. I'm trying for his face to be shown. That ain't right now. But when I left him, I found out nobody had my back. They wanted to nail me for no reason. You know how Jesus was crucified and killed for no reason? There's so many people in the Bible, spiritual people, that got killed for no reason. They wanted to kill me like that for no reason. There are people that have been murdered and killed for no reason. There's some people that they kill them. that they did some crime and did something. And there's some people in the Bible that this spiritual Bible people, they always kill them for no reason. And one of them was Jesus. He was nailed and crucified. Eh? They struggled with him and struggled with him trying to find something to nail him. There was no reason. And finally, they nailed the man at the age of 33 years old. They say, fuck it, damn it, you have no crime, but we'll still go and nail you. Age of 33, they killed a man. They try everything. Because he was preaching the truth. And Israel did not want it. They had so many prophets, and they didn't want, Jesus was the last thing they wanted to see in Israel. So they have to nail him for no reason. So many powerful prophets, so many powerful preachers, so many powerful prophets in the Bible were killed for no just reason. Moses, Noah, John, their hair was cut off. John's hair was cut off. John the Baptist's hair was cut off. Who did that? The king's daughter. On her birthday. On her birthday. They asked her on her birthday, what do you want? She said, I want John's hair to be cut off. And John's hair was cut off. So you find some people who have clean house, spiritual people, and people are finding fault just to kill you and nail you. You have to be aware. But I'm not talking about that. You already know. I always do these things in my video. What I'm going to say, I just want to apologize to Frank that it's been 1 month today in Dallas. And when I left Frank and I moved to Houston and I stayed in her, I got a job and I was working. I worked there for 1 month. I got my paycheck, still with the Sylvia girl. When I found out that this girl was trying to throw me to be doing prostitution, there was a neighbor. She started telling me, this is my neighbor. The man is a Nigerian guy. And he said, this man is a Nigerian man. He doesn't have a wife. Why don't you go and eat it? I had my C-section was just 2 months old. So it was just like, you know how you just gave birth and you're only 2 months from the hospital. The last thing you date, want to sleep with anyone or dating anyone. Understand? So I was surprised that this girl started throwing me around, introducing me to men very early with my C-section, because that was the last thing I want to do, sleep with a man. So the neighbor was a Nigerian dude, the neighbor, close neighbor. And he like, Clarice, this our neighbor is a Nigerian dude. He's not married. He looking for a wife. You can date him. I said, Sylvia, I'm not interested. I'm not here to dating anyone. All of that. I'm not interested. After having a bad relationship, you fight with Frank, throw you out. Your kids are taking. That's the last thing you want to think of dating a man. So the lady started throwing me out, take me around, trying to want to introduce me some prostitution. And she'll give me key to her house. I'll go to work and come back. When I come back, she'll lock the door and lock me out, because she wanted me to be sleeping with that Nigerian man. So when I found out that this lady intentions are evil, she wanted to be hooking me with men to be sleeping around. And when I come back from work, I try to open the door with my key. She'll lock me inside, making sure I don't go inside, so that I will knock at the neighbor's door so that I can be sleeping with the neighbor. I didn't like the man. I'm not interested. If I like you, why not? I'll date you. I'm still free. There's no ring on my finger right now. Like right now, if Frank puts a ring on my finger and proposes to me, and it's official between me and Frank, you will not see me date anyone or sleep around with any man. So if I go around and date and sleep any man, is that I don't have a ring on my finger. I have not been proposed yet, but we have kids together, me and Frank. We co-parenting. But I'm not married to Frank yet. When he put a ring and he get married to me, it become official. Now I know I belong to Frank and I cannot do any crazy stuff. I cannot mess myself around. But right now, I don't have a ring with him. So even if when he throw me out, I go around, I mess around, I do my thing, There was no ring on my finger that said you were married to Frank. But I had a kid with him. When he met me from the street 2020, he said, I want to be my girlfriend. I said yes. When got pregnant, make baby, but he never put the ring, he never proposed it, he never married me till we got evicted and threw me out and left. So what I'm saying that when I left that house, I found a lady was hooking with me, and I was not interested with that man. If I'm interested in you, I will date you. But if I'm not, I'm not. So she will lock me out, forcing me to sleep with that man. So I found that's what she wanted me to do. So I packed my bag and left for the street. I quit my job. So when I left for the street, I started sleeping in Harman Park, moved to Harman Park. I started sleeping in Harman Park in the bus stop. I met a young man. His name was Brian Johnson. I'm trying to do this thing, and I wanted Frank to be on the video, but he doesn't want to be on the video. I'm not going to force him. That's him standing on the window right there. If he wanted to be on the video, he would come. But I don't think he want to be on the video. But I'm just going to show you. He's standing right there. I told him to come sit with me so I can talk because about him, but he doesn't want to be. So I'm just going to let it be. But I'm still going to say, there was never a ring on my finger that said I was married to Frank. So when I left, I moved to the street. I sat down on the bench. I met this guy. That is the reason why I'm even still alive. If not, I would have been dead. If not, I would have been locked up in jail. Understand? If not, I could have been killed. So I'm grateful for that guy that came and helped me. There were people that were trapping me on the street. The people that were there watching me to die. There were people that were waiting me to be locked up. There were people that were waiting me to be fucked up on the street. But this man came and saved me. He did. So I'm trying to want to confess something to Frank or tell Frank, because he's my partner and my baby daddy that I have come back to. Tell him that when I left him, I was dating somebody. His name is Brian Johnson. He lives in Houston, Texas. And he had a girlfriend. He was in the same situation that I was with Franklin. He was staying in an apartment just like me and Franklin, and he was dating a girl. And they were having a fight in the apartment. And he packed his things and left the apartment and left his girlfriend in the apartment and left for the street because they were fighting a lot. He said he's been married to the wife for 5 years, and I don't know if he was married or the girlfriend, I don't know. But she's not giving him babies or all of that shit. I don't know. They have problems. Understand? I never met the girl. I never went to his house. So I don't know. I just met the man on the street, just like Franklin, which is different. I met him on the street. I'm telling him my story that I'm from Dallas and my boyfriend kicked me out. And I moved to Houston by my friend, and they threw me on the street, and I met you. Understand? We became friends. So the man asked me out. So I started dating me. I became friends with. I have a job. They have money, the paper, document. I know I have to survive. And I knew the guy was a good spirit. So I decided to date him. Because if Frank came and picked me, I could have gone back with Frank. And if you were married to Frank, I could have told the man, hey, look, I'm married to Frank. But I wasn't married to him. And yet, the relationship between me and Frank is still confusing. Understand? So I said, yes, I will date you because my boyfriend, I don't know if he wants me. He kicked me out, took my babies, and now here I am. So I dated this man for 3 years when I was in Houston. The guy was homeless. He has packed his bag, moved out of his girlfriend's house, and he was living on the street with me. And I have packed my bag from Dallas, moved to Houston, and I met this guy and we were sleeping on the bus on the street for 3 years. The man was not staying in his house. He was not staying. I think he was getting some money from some benefit or what. Every month, he would give me $40 to go and buy clothes, go and buy shoes. He will feed me. He would take me to Walmart and buy me food. Understand? The man kept me on the street alive. If not, I could have been dead, because I had some people that were watching me every day to go to jail, to be fucked up. Because if I was on the street, I'm not like that kind of a thief or criminal that just go and steal crazy stuff because they want you to go and steal phone and all of that. I'm not gonna do it. If the guy was still not there, I would have still survived by drinking water from the tap. Better man saved me. So it's just like a true confession. Or I'm trying to acknowledge something to Frank that hey, because he was sitting there asking me that when you left me, who were you dating and who were you sleeping, who were you having sex with? And I didn't want to hurt his feeling, and I didn't think it was necessary. But now it seems like we are back together official. And I met my son yesterday, and I say, look, I'm not even gonna say call. I have been away for 3 years. And I cannot say I was away and I wasn't dating anyone. If I was away, I was not dating anyone, I would tell him I was not dating. I had people that came and wanted to marry me. I would tell him the one dude that came down Dallas gave me a ride and he saw him was Spanish. He was one of them. The man wanted to marry me. I wasn't interested. I left his house. I stayed in his house for 1 year. The man offered me a job. I'm gonna marry you. The dude was confusing. The chemistry was not connecting and I was not interested. So I stayed for 1 month in his house, packed my bag, and moved to the street. And I connected only with that guy on the street. And me and that guy slept on the street for 3 years, just like Frank made me. I slept with the guy from the street on the bench on the bus stop. I don't know how he was making his money, but somehow he had money. And every morning, we go in a hotel and spend 1 night or 2 nights and come back on the street. That is how I survive. So I'm saying I want to tell Frank. I don't know how he's gonna react, but I have to tell him because when I came, he just started asking me that. That was the first thing he asked me. Who have you been sleeping? Who have you been dating? And who have you been having sex with? And I kind of dissed him like that. I said that is not important. I'm with you first. I'm with you right now, so it's not important. But now today makes me 1 month in Dallas, and yesterday they brought my son there, and he recognized me and says, "Mommy." So if I'm back with my baby daddy, I don't want to hide anything from him because things from the past will just come out from nowhere and start haunting you from your past. And they say, "Oh, this girl was oh, they do it from Houston, and now she's back with this man and blah blah blah." But you don't understand. I was not with Franklin. I did not even know if I was gonna come back with Franklin. And by the way, the man I was with, the man was promising me that he was gonna marry me. He was thinking of leaving his girlfriend and he was thinking of getting married to me. All the men that I met in Houston, they wanted to marry me. None of them were playing around. They were serious to get married to me, but I wasn't interested to marry any of them because there was no purpose in any of those relationships. And I find that the only purpose I had was Frank because I took it to Frank. At one moment I thought I was pregnant for this man Brian Johnson, and I was not pregnant for him. 2 times. Understand? My stomach will bloat. There was a video I just did where in the park, you see me sitting in the park. I had my phone at one time and I want to do a recording. I wanted to even show his face. He didn't want his face to be shown. That's a dude with respect. He didn't want. I just said, "Do you want to be on my video?" He turned his face. If you look, there's a one video right there in Harman Park. We're sitting on the beach side sitting, and I asked him, "You want your face to be shown?" He said he doesn't. When I met the guy was so clean that I thought he was a celebrity. I'm mistaking the guy for a celebrity because he was just so charming, handsome, clean, and neat. That was like, "Are you LeBron James? Or are you a Kelly?" I thought he was a star. I say he's not a star. He's just a normal person. He's a businessman, and he having problem with his family, and having problem with the girlfriend. He just pack out and he's sitting here on the street. But that man saved me. He saved me because people were passing around wanting me to go to jail for no reason. Wanting me to go out there and steal phone. Wanting me to go out there and shoplift and do something that they will harass me and put me in jail and lock me up in jail because these people are fucked up. But this man came right in, sat close to me, and provided everything I needed on the street. He'll buy me panties, he'll buy me shoes, he'll buy me socks, he'll buy me clothes. you cover me, and you give me $40 every month for my lotion and everything. That is why I managed to look this way I look, because this man was helping me. But I found out there was no purpose with me. At one point, I thought I was pregnant with him, but I was bleeding, so I knew there was no way I was gonna be pregnant with him. But my stomach was growing, so I found out that it's because I was eating too much junk from the street. It's because I was drinking that dirty water. My stomach was just getting big. And I said, he said, "Are you pregnant?" I said, "I don't know." He said, "Why?" I said, "Because I'm still bleeding. I'm menstruating, so I cannot say I'm pregnant." So I was doing that video. I said, "I don't even know if I'm pregnant." Because this happened to me in Boston, and I thought I was pregnant, but I wasn't pregnant. And they were like saying it's fibroid. But they were poisoning your food, and they were poisoning your drink, and you thought you were pregnant. So the pregnancy, it went down, found out I wasn't pregnant. So I found out I really don't have purpose with the man. He just came to help me. And then this year, he just gave me a phone and said, "Call Frank, call your baby daddy, let him come pick you up." Because I think you should be with him. I don't think you should be with me. Things were going really sad for us, and things were getting really bad for us. And he said, "I don't think you should abandon your child." Like what he said. "I don't think you should." He started feeling guilty and say, "You should not be with me if you don't have kid with me. There's no purpose for me and